It's a beautiful day. Hey, 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 hey. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Hey, 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 hey. It's a beautiful day.
Today, we're in one of WA's most progressive regions and Perth Metro's largest local government area. It's also one of the fastest growing urban corridors in Australia, an area stretching over 1,000 square kilometres. Experience, live, work and play in the city of Swan. That's our feature story for today's episode. Midland is the city's commercial centre and business hub. Heritage-listed Guildford has a fascinating story to tell around its history, and the Swan Valley's many attractions and activities continue to provide the ideal location to indulge in some of the state's best produce. Whether it's the main town centre of Midland, in one of the 42 suburbs within the city, or the valley itself, there is always something going on. More people are visiting and setting up home here. New estates are being developed and expanded, and new infrastructure is being built to enhance the city's reputation as a location of diversity and connectivity with a solid growth story to tell. The Swan Valley is known of fondly throughout the world, famous for its wineries and vineyards which have been around since 1829. Generations of families have worked tirelessly to make the Swan Valley what it is today, with new operators complementing the unique and diverse experiences on offer, growing on the destination's strong colonial, Indigenous and Southern European background.
We've been in the Swan Valley since Nikola Jukic. My grandfather settled here in 1929, and we've been growing wine and table grapes since then, and the last 30 odd years in the wine industry with Oakover. The family business has expanded into a number of areas, most predominantly into coffee. We also supply gourmet foods in WA, particularly in cheese. Recently we acquired the old historical Hortons winery, which we've renamed after our grandfather Nikola. We're looking for a substantial expansion there with building a new restaurant, function centre and eventually accommodation there. We've just recently opened up here at Oakover the new barrel bar and expansion of the smokehouse. Oakover and our sister winery Nikola Estate have both been part of the Swan Valley Wine Trail since it started quite a few years ago. Swan Valley is also unique in that there's only two places in the world where you actually have vineyards in the city limits, and that's Perth and Vienna. And people don't tend to realise that you literally got a real gem of a tourist attraction in the actual city limits.
I started off having only a couple of hives in the backyard. I was very interested in what I was doing. I was interested in how the bees were flying, what they were flying to, and basically just progressed. So a hobby became a lifestyle for me. We started off with a very small operation, only had about 60 hives initially. We're up to 450 now. We're endeavouring to bring more and more different types of honey to the public so that people have a real taste of WA. We're part of the Sweet Sensations Trail. We find a lot of people really enjoy visiting us, and we get a lot of positive feedback from the fact that they can see things that they don't normally get to see. So we try and showcase as many honeys from WA as we can, and also present people with a unique tasting ability to be able to taste all those honeys and experience exactly what we do. So I think that is probably the most positive feedback we have, is the unique experience.
My brother and I, we're country boys from Toojay. We've got a farm about 20 minutes north of Toojay. Always been interested in primary produce, and 2016 we naturally progressed into cider. If you leave out cold pressed apple juice at room temperature for a few weeks, it starts fermenting and you get a beautiful natural wild fermented cider. So literally it was that easy. Michael Brothers Juice, as the cold pressed juice company, we moved into Caversham, and that used to be an old winery called Valencia Wine, so we started making some cider and we started making some preservative free wine as well. We purchased a property in Henley Brook at the end of 2020 and we did some renovations and opened up our retail venue at the start of this year. We're a part of the cider and ale trail, obviously being a cidery, one of the first steps on the trail coming straight out of Guildford. And that's been a great little promotion for us and putting us on the map. So even though we're farmers and pretty traditional, we decided early on to throw out the rule book and make all of our ciders with a New World approach. So that means really fruit forward, really experimentative, but we also decided to infuse with lots of cool fruits like pineapple and use local Shiraz and muscat grapes and that to really have a point of difference and make cider, you know, out of the ordinary.
No doubt, the last 12 months has seen some challenging times. However, the city has and continues to work together with local businesses, encouraging people to go local first, to keep small operators alive, to keep people employed, and to keep local communities thriving. The city's many suburbs have continued to see significant growth. Major shopping centres such as Ellenbrook and Midland Gate have carried out extensive upgrades to their facilities. And with existing and new transport routes, it's easy to get to and from home. The city has become better connected.
We've had such a good environment and business here for 43 years, especially the local people that love coming in, very loyal, and the expansion that's happening from now on and been happening over the last 10 years has been great for the city. And anyone looking to invest in the CBD, I'd encourage you as much as I can because it's a great place to have business.
If you've been to Midland lately, you would have noticed a few changes. This revitalised area of the city is the new junction, and it's bringing new life to the Midland CBD and local community. When we featured the city of Swan last series, this was just getting underway, and now we're starting to see the idea and concept come to fruition. Once complete, New Junction will connect the original Midland Junction with the Midland Gate Shopping Centre precinct, a project which will complement the CBD's thriving commercial and residential centre, plus surrounding communities. A major milestone in the transformation of Midland's CBD is the construction of the New Junction's public open space, Weir Park. Stage 1 is now complete and acts as a centrepiece for development, a now vibrant space with the name Weir, honouring the region's ongoing significance to the community and the traditional owners of the Midland area. This area has been decades in the making, and the conceptual design is based on the habitats of insects unique to Western Australia and designed to inspire play and discovery around its natural environment. An idea of engaging local youth in the design of the park by way of art has proved a great success from a visual sense, with the design and painting of the mural in the park's youth zone.
The city actually engaged me to do this mural because of my strong youth engagement strategy and the fact that I kind of specialise with working with young people to do these types of murals. We did a whole pile of youth engagement kind of workshops where we went to where the young people are and had a chat to them, handed out worksheets and got them to write down their memories of living in Midland, the things they love about living in Midland, and also just things that they wanted to see on the wall, because it was really important that this project be very much about what they want to see on their wall.
This development really is coming to hand. It's been a 30-year dream for council to deliver to the heart of Midland a new residential, retail and entertainment precinct. And sitting right in the middle of this development is the award-winning Weir Park that will deliver play space and public open space to not only adults, teenagers, but little kids as well. And that development we completed here, right in the centre of Midland, late this year, and we look forward to this open space providing social benefit and social connection for everybody in Swan. The development itself will deliver millions in economic benefit to our community, a great economic boost, and it's very, very exciting for not only the CBD of Midland, but the City of Swan as a whole.
The Stefanelli family have had a strong connection to Midland since the 1950s, forming some solid partnerships with the community over this time. This strong connection has seen the family business group contribute a substantial donation towards a new children's playground in the new Junction precinct, a project reflecting elements of the classic Australian backyard, a place to tell stories, catch up with friends and play.
So we've been here for about 70 years. We've had 4 generations working in the business, and the business started off small, and we've grown, but the city's grown to what it is now. So we've always been wanting to be part of the community groups, the various ones in the area. That's been important, and we want to put back into the community, and we've done that. There's so many industries in this area that are growing now. It's dynamic, and we look forward to being part of that into the future.
It's a beautiful day.
One of the major aims in the development of the North Link expansion project was to bring the major areas of the City of Swan together to better connect the region and all its key attributes, making it much more accessible for local operators to grow their business.
We bought Outback Splash in 2006 when it was originally the Mays Family Fun Park. The North Link expansion has been a fantastic addition to this venue. It's made it super accessible for our guests and for our team. One thing that's been super beneficial is the fact that we now have really quick access to Ellenbrook, which has made staffing so much easier this season. You can't believe, because the kids can actually get here very easily themselves. Very quick for the parents to drop them off. In terms of guests, we're about 20 minutes from the airport now, probably 30 minutes from the city centre. Super accessible. Probably 70% of the guests seem to turn in from the eastern side of the property since North Link's been put in, so pretty much everybody's coming that direction these days. It's just made the whole place so much more accessible and put it on the map.
Further north from Midland, on the back of demand for quality residential land, there is a whole new world opening up, with the city's existing residential estates expanding and new communities being built. One of the most popular residential development areas for many years has been Ellenbrook, which turned its first soil back in 1992. With the area expected to grow to more than 70,000 people by 2050, the master planned suburb takes in 8 villages, including the Vines Estate, with its own resort and country club, and one of Australia's best golf resorts. The City of Swan's boundaries cover just over 1,000 square kilometres and include some of the fastest growing suburbs in Western Australia. One of the areas benefiting from the North Link expansion between Morley and Mouchet is the flourishing neighbourhood of Bullsbrook, with the newly developed Kingsford Estate celebrating Bullsbrook's history and embracing its future.
We recognise Kingsford as a really unique opportunity to create a really wonderful place for people to live. Firstly, its location. It's located between the Chittering Valley and also the Swan Valley, nestled right on the foothills of the Darling Scarp as well. So that's quite unlike a lot of other projects, particularly in this northeastern corridor. And that provided an opportunity where we could create a great place for people to live. We've got the natural topography, we've got a great creek line that runs through the project as well. Part of the vision for the project is embracing the local character of Bullsbrook, and that's evident in our first park. It's going to be a wonderful destination for families in the community to come together and recreate in a lovely part of the Kingsford project.
Kingsford is fantastic for Bullsbrook. It's bringing people into the area. We're forecast to grow by about 200% over the next 10 to 15 years. It provides an access to a lifestyle that is a really good lifestyle. I personally love living up here in Bullsbrook because the lifestyle is so different to a lot of other places. It's refreshing.
Kingsford is the first master plan project within Bullsbrook that'll facilitate most of that growth coming through. So in addition to the residential lots and a lifestyle that will be on offer for people that move into Kingsford, there's also a future town centre that's coming through, and that's a town centre that'll be of a district scale. It'll house a number of supermarkets, a number of specialty stores as well, and also be co-located against a future primary school and district playing fields coming into the project as well. It's all about creating a wonderful place for people to live, and the feedback that we've received on Kingsford so far has been terrific. A lot of the existing community have really provided positive feedback about how we're retaining natural character. So it's not just providing a home site for people, it's providing a place in which they can live and live a wonderful lifestyle.
A major deciding point for me was the block size out here. I really wanted something where I could have a nice sized house on a block and then also have a backyard. When we found Kingsford, we originally drove past a few times and thought, no, like brand new estate, like the blocks are a good size, like I'm not going to be able to afford to live in here. And then we actually came in and seen that they were actually affordable, and for the size it was a no-brainer. Major thing was having obviously the school and having families around. So there's already such a great sense of community here. So I'm at a stage now where my build's about to start. Everything has been a really easy process since I purchased the block. We've already gotten to know the neighbours in the area. Everyone's been really welcoming and it's just got a really nice feel about it.
Kingsford just encaptures a beautiful sense of nature with this amazing future ahead of it. It's something you've got to get out and come and experience and feel, and as you arrive you do get a sense that there's something special about Kingsford.
It's a beautiful day.
As part of Metronet, the Whiteman Park train station is an exciting opportunity that will connect one of the state's most popular tourist destinations and growing residential communities to the Perth CBD. The suburb of Brabham is one of the growing communities that will benefit greatly from the new station, where residents will be able to travel to Perth CBD in under half an hour. We first featured our next story 5 years ago, when Ariella Private Estate was basically in its infancy. Times and landscapes have changed a fair bit since then, and many more residents have moved to the popular Brabham estate. And based on what the locals are saying, they are loving the Ariella life.
We lived in Midland for a year and we were looking to build a house, and we found Brabham, and Ariella was one of the private estates we looked at. What appealed to us was the school next door. It's brand new, teachers are lovely, people are very friendly here as well, so that was really a big appeal to us as well. I spoke with my family and we decided to build here. I think it's a perfect environment to bring up a family. We do have a lot of parks around here and wetlands. Ariella is spot on. I'm not too far away from the city, I'm not too far away from the airport. Shopping centres are close by. Work is like 20 minutes away, so it's right smack in the middle of everything that we want to be. My wife's brother is from Brisbane, and he heard we built a house here in WA, and he was very curious. He came over here last month, and since then he's wanting to live here permanently and build here in Ariella. We're very happy we made the move here to build in Ariella.
We actually moved over to Perth from New Zealand 10 years ago. What we loved about Ariella here is that it's close enough for us to the city. We feel like we're living in the country, and all the development that was happening here was going to provide us with everything that we needed. We were one of the first to build in 2016, and we've watched the developments around us grow, which has been really exciting to be a part of. I work from home, I work my own business, helping people out with their practical completions and the building process for them. I don't need to go to the city. This estate has got everything that we need. We got married in our backyard. It was absolutely just a day to remember. Showing off our home, we had 32 guests. And to be able to have it at home and have those memories and those photos and videos to look back on is just spectacular. We knew the potential that this estate here had to offer, as well as the potential within the Swan Valley. There's so much to do in this area, and it's so lovely not being in the buzz of the city. It's a country feel. There's everything that you've got to offer here. We just absolutely love coming home. If we were to move on from this particular home, we would absolutely still build within Ariella, because this is where we want to be.
Ariella is a beautiful community established with over 600 residents living here already. And those residents are constantly trying to persuade their family and friends to move in here as well, so that they can all be together on one doorstep. We've got so many things to offer. We've got a primary school, we've got a Coles that's opening just down the road. It's a beautiful place to live.
We are really growing, and we've continued to be the fastest growing local government in Western Australia for the last 18 months. And what we offer people is a diversity, not only diversity of lifestyle, diversity of living options, but also employment and industrial options. Close connection to all major industrial areas, to the CBD of Perth, to the Northern Shores, and right there is the Swan Valley. So from apartment living here in Midland to rural residential building living in Bullsbrook, we really can offer people a unique lifestyle and choices of lifestyle that you won't find in any other local government in Western Australia.
Every time we feature the city of Swan, there is always a great growth story to cover and plenty of diverse content to include. And the city has big plans to further establish this popular area of WA. Looking at the bigger picture, the city of Swan has it all. Awesome tourism and experiences from the Swan Valley's perspective, and it's all here if you want to set up home. Well, that's it from us today. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, and we'll see you next time.
It's a beautiful day.